Everything's got a stack. Everything, maybe just a little too much booze, a little too cocky, the right amount of jerk to miss all those fucking signals.
Hey, Eddie, you'll get him next time, huh?
How much would you need to go it on your own from here to Atlantic City?
What?
Should have wiped the floor with that guy.
Yeah? So?
How much would you need to go from here to Atlantic City? Couple thousand?
Come on, Eddie. You just had a little too much to drink, okay? Let's get you back to the hotel.
I got nothing left to teach. That was the last lesson.
Good. Well, we've come a long ways from last week. I'm really seeing a lot of your work there. You got yourself a little more riled up now, Randy, which is good. Was good. I'd love to layer in a little bit of guilt, which can make you even more mad, if you understand what I mean. Do you get that, Randy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because you do see his face, his pitiful little face. And knowing you're doing something bad, but that just makes you have to try harder, doesn't it? So just seeing him, and then in the same token, Michael, if you can just be a little bit more shocked, a little bit more devastated.
Yeah.
Because it's just it is so shocking. It's so out of nowhere.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know how we talked about last time of letting it be almost like, a girl telling you that she's leaving you for someone else. It's just that painful, that shocking, that whoa, that heart beating, oh my God, my life is over feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
It's suckered like that. But you gotta work hard. It takes a real gift to show your ass like that. Everything you've got to stack. Everything, probably just a little too much booze, a little too cocky, the right amount of jerk. Fucking miss all those signals.
Hey, Eddie, we'll get him next time, man.
How much would you need to go it on your own from here to Atlantic City?
What?
Should have wiped the floor with that guy.
So what?
How much would you need to go from here to Atlantic City? A couple thousand?
Eddie, I think you just had too much to drink, all right? Let's just get you back to the hotel.
I got nothing left to teach you. That was the last lesson. Now here, take the money, front for yourself. You'll do fine.
So you're just walking off and you're dumping us?
Dumping you? I'm giving you a steak. Look, what else do you want? I showed you my ass in here. That's all I got. That's it. That's all.
Come on. I mean, where am I supposed to go? I mean, what am I supposed to do now?
Look, here's you. See? Here's Atlantic City. Well, in between, there's about 27 different pool halls. 3 weeks, a couple $1,000. What the hell else do you need? An Indian guide? Use your brains.
Why are you saying this? I mean, so what? So some chump comes in here and plays you for a fool. So now you're just walking out? I mean, what about everything we talked about? All of our plans? You're going to ruin everything.
Get out of here, kid.
Carmen, you told me about that. Look, I mean, it's my attitude, right? I can change, Eddie.
Your attitude's bullshit. You always do what you want to do.
Don't tell me that.
Look, I tell you to do this, you do that.
Don't tell me that.
I'm tired of this shit.
I try to do everything you tell me to do.
Look, kid, take the money. It's the last thing I got for you.
So you're giving money to just get rid of me?
You're young. You got a long way to go.
Well, then give me some fucking money, because this is nickel and dime shit.
Look, I'll give you the money, but don't you go telling me what I'm about.
Well, then give me what I'm fucking owed.
Look, this is what I got.
You know what, pal? Just keep your fucking money.
Yes. That was better. That was better. I know this is like intense stuff to have to do twice, but just remember that on set of a TV series, it's got to be over and over again. So what did you two learn by working on this scene this 4 weeks?
You know what? I'd like to chime in. Randy actually helped me with the phrase today because my memory is shit. But blocking. And it was the same with, I mentioned to Jonathan when we were working last night. I noticed that when there's movement involved, it's so much easier for me to respond, and I don't have to. I'm there. Like I don't. It's not about remembering lines, and like you just saw, I missed my line, and Randy was able to carry on, and it was still pretty fluid. I thought. Like,
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our tactics really do govern our bodies as well as our mouths, don't they? You know, when you're frustrated, you're this way, or when you're standing your ground, your tactics, your body really mirrors your tactics. So, if
that's
you're
what I found. Like once I got in here and was moving and doing it, it just felt like you're sitting in your chair and you're being sedentary, and it's not conducive to being mad a whole lot.
Right.
But yeah, once you got in here, it was just more natural.
Yeah, and if I had been working with you when you were doing all this, I would have really pointed out that your tactics and your words can govern your movements even more so. Like when you are being sarcastic with him, like what exactly do you need? That it can govern about how you move. If you really look at what your tactics are and say, okay, how does my body reflect that? What is the best way to reflect, to use that tactic to its fullest? So that's something that we can work on in the future, because I think, this really did help you loosen up a lot, Randy. And so now to be able to use those words even more distinctly, right? Like to really make those tactics different from each other. That's what I'm trying to work with you on the most. Okay. And Michael, the more vulnerable you got with this, the better it was, because it's such a more of a contrast to him. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that really works. That really worked. And the more you did it, in some performances, certain parts were more than others, right? Because we have 3 to choose from here. But it was all very good.
I think the last thing I'll say, sorry, Randy, is, both of us have full-time jobs. And actually, I was sick last week. And then this week we were both like incredibly busy with work as it happened. Like this was the busiest I'd been since the beginning of the coronavirus. And so I think as an actor, when you want to be good, you have to be almost like step outside of yourself and be somewhat of not like a general or whatever, but you have to like really give criticism. So like when I came in with Randy last night, like, to be honest with you, like I've always had a problem memorizing my lines, but like like Randy just was so good at like, stop, you missed this or whatever. So you have to build a quick rapport. I mean, that's really what it's about, because you want the performance to be good. And when we're working other jobs, like you just don't have time to waste. So you can't just be like all friendly. So I just feel like if anything, I've just learned to just be more vulnerable with whoever I'm acting with.
Working with another actor is like, that's what it's all about, isn't it? is really, acting is about communication. It's always about the other person. You make time when you can, but if you're serious about acting, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to be acting with people.
It's been, very eye-opening. And when you did the comparison to breaking up with a girlfriend, that really sort of helped really open up to what was going on here, of just being the trapped lover and the one who won't let go kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. If there's anybody watching who wasn't here for that class, we decided that it was very similar. The relationship, even though it's not a romantic relationship, it's very similar to a relationship between a jilted lover and a trapped lover, because one wants to get out and the other wants to stay in. And one's more vulnerable. One is cutting himself off to vulnerability. Even though, he probably is vulnerable, but he's trying to stay guarded and escape. So I think that bearing that in mind, because almost all of the language that you both are using is similar to that. So it really is that. Good work, both of you. Very good.
Thank you.